Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So, wow, NVIDIA had another Blockbuster earnings today. It's incredible. We're up like almost $70 in the after hours. So let's jump right in and review it. And again, I missed an opportunity for call options on this stock. This is like the second time. Should have learned my lesson by now. But if they split again, I think I'm actually going to go in heavy, especially if we have like another chips bill. The first chips bill in July of 22 was a big jolt to the stock. So first, I want to go over what a lucrative stock NVIDIA has been. So, and it does pay a dividend, by the way, not nearly as great as some of the ETFs that we're accustomed to, but nonetheless, it does pay a dividend. This website called companiesmarketcap.com has NVIDIA ranked as its top six overall stock, market cap 1.666 trillion. A 1 year change percentage in the stock is 226, almost 227%. Current share price, which will probably by close of market tomorrow, I'm predicting it will be $100 higher. It's currently at $6.74 per share. It was down a little bit today in anticipation of earnings, I guess, not being so great. The media kind of led us to believe that they might miss, but nonetheless, they didn't. And first, I want to go over since the year 2000, this stock actually went public in 1999. And the returns on it would have you partying like it's 1999 for sure. It's split 5 times. The most recent split was in July of 2021. It was a 4-for-1 split. So NVIDIA has made shareholders that have held all the way since like 2000 immensely wealthy. And this is definitely a prime example we can go over for another stock split video, because I know it was a struggle convincing some of you all of why stock splits are relevant, why they matter. And like I said, I believe that while nothing changes in terms of the total value, when the stock's split and the share price is lower, it all has to do with the psychology of investing. It helps for more investors to be able to get in cheaper. And of course, with fractional shares, it doesn't matter so much. I mean, investors can buy fractional shares of expensive stocks, but when a stock price is cheaper per share from a psychological standpoint, more investors tend to get in, and the price ends up getting right back to where it was at the pre-split price. So I love stock splits myself. Here is, and this is not meant to be a video about stock splits, but here is a list of similar companies with stock splits. Microsoft has split 9 times, Intel has split 8 times, AMD has split 4 times, Texas Instruments 6, Qualcomm 4. Interesting, to name a few. Okay, now let's go. We're going to try to incorporate some Seeking Alpha here. Let's see here. Got a couple of you on. We'll save comments for the end. Unless, let's see, I'll do the 2 that we have right now. Mr. King is on. Welcome again. Anthony V. Do you think taking the cash, dripping, or a combination of the 2 is best for yield max stocks? Well, my strategy, as you all know, is carefully defined, and it consists of making it up as I go, which is typically what I do. So I have been known to do all of the above that you mentioned, even though the comments below. So my Tesla dividend, I just actually took it and bought FEPI with it. I actually have not dripped into any stocks manually, or excuse me, I have not dripped automatically since 2020, because what was happening before the pandemic, we were hitting all-time highs in some of the stocks I was in. So I pulled back on the drip, the automatic drip, and I just decided to do it myself if I wanted to. So I have actually bought in more yield max funds with my dividends, but I've stopped buying Tesla since probably August. I've stopped buying. I do own some Coney. I do own some SQY. But anyway, I have pretty much stopped buying yield max, and I, to be honest, don't think I'm going to buy any more at this point. I might buy some YMAX and some YMAG, but there's other funds out there to be had. Like, thinking about this in the context of this NVIDIA video, the whole time I could have just been buying NVIDIA and probably been very wealthy by now instead of all this other stuff. So with that being said, let's go back in and review again more details about the earnings. So they've beat earnings 3 quarters in a row, which is really, really remarkable. Let me do this here. Let's look at it on Seeking Alpha. And I wanted to have a lot more videos out today, but just kind of didn't happen. But definitely, hopefully, tomorrow. Does that even make sense? I said definitely, hopefully. It's like an oxymoron. Okay, so on Seeking Alpha, of course, I still have up what I covered a couple days ago because I'm just lazy like that, unfortunately. Got to work on that. Okay, so I want to see, I don't want to SMH at this SMH fund. I want to look at NVIDIA. My favorite one that I've missed so many opportunities on. Okay, but this is the last time I'm missing. But like I joked about, because we actually did a podcast video today on the Brewing Great Returns podcast. So subscribe to that one if you haven't already. But we were joking about if we go ahead and buy, like today, we could have easily bought call options and made a quick buck as of tomorrow when the stock opens, because it's going to open at least $75 higher if you look at the after hours right now. But the thing is, if we do that, we say, okay, we're not going to miss this time, so next time we do it, then the way things work, of course, then NVIDIA will miss earnings. And then, you know, it'll be, the strategy will backfire on us. Anyway, definitely missed out on this one again today. We're up $61 in the after hours, or 9%. I anticipate this to go higher during the day as far as trading. It all depends on how well the market reacts to the earnings info. So let's look here really quick here. Let's just look hypothetically. An option that I would have picked if I was going to do call options on this, I probably would have gone about 3 months out. Picked like a short-term one, definitely not a leap. Whatever the opposite of a leap is. I would have picked something in probably May 17th. So tomorrow we'll look at this one and we'll sit here and cry over some beers about how well this would have done had we actually got in, you know, because that's what we got to do sometimes. We got to be like a support system for each other. So let's see. These are like, let's see, $5 strike. These are way, 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 way out of the money. We would go for something like, in hindsight, of course, this is much easier in hindsight. We would go for something like, say, 800. And yeah, so we will see. So as of today, this dropped 28%, but this is going to be up massively tomorrow. So say we did, it looks like this was trading for $24 a contract, which seems kind of expensive. That would have run us at like probably $240. Is that right? No, I'm thinking more than that. Or for 10, maybe like 2,000 or something. But this would have been, this, you'll see tomorrow. You guys will see tomorrow. This would have been a tremendous play. Anyway, that's that. Didn't happen again. Of course, the big one in May, when we had the biggest market cap increase in the history of any stock, that was NVIDIA in May. You know, that would have been a big win for the coach had I held it. Now, as far as grading, I know there's been some disgruntled people as far as how investments are graded. Of course, this one has an A and an A+ for most of the categories here, except for valuation. It's getting an F. It's got an A+ for growth, A+ for profitability, A+ for revisions, and A for momentum. It's rated a strong buy by Wall Street here. By Seeking Alpha, it's rated a hold. And by the other one here, it's rated a hold. So let's see. This one, wow, look at this. This is pulled back from 722 just 10 days ago, and it's going to be right back there again tomorrow. Imagine that. Now, there was one site. So we, on the podcast today, we estimated that this was pretty much fairly valued, maybe slightly overvalued or slightly at the top of the range of its potential valuation. But we are thinking that, yeah, like I said, we are thinking that it's fairly valued, but there's another couple of sites that have it significantly overvalued. But if you do the basic Peter Lynch metrics or measurements, including like, PE and so on, and you take the CAGR and all of that, you'll come out with a reasonably fairly valuated company. So anyway, yeah, NVIDIA, I have to say, I'm a big fan on it. Definitely should do more leaps on it. I'm going to be following this one very closely. And let's see. Let me actually go to Yahoo because I want to look at. I still like their format when it comes to earnings and stuff like that. I still really like their format. So let's look there really quick. And it's the, of course, front page article on Yahoo Finance right now. So let's do this here for all 7 of you watching. Let's do this and comment away if any of you all, have something to say. Don't let the cat hold your tongue. Definitely comment away. Okay, so the front page article on Yahoo Finance, NVIDIA achieves high stakes earnings triumph. NVIDIA shares surged on Wednesday after the chip giant reported Q4 earnings that beat Wall Street estimates on the top and bottom lines. Okay, so let's go to the stock itself. And let's see. Oh, we got articles about Rivian. They might be going bankrupt. Okay, so it appears the after hours has stalled because we've been at 61 for the past couple hours. Yeah, if you can't tell, I've been actually keeping a close eye on this one after somehow getting into some call options on it today. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, see, it jumped right after the earnings. It jumped. The dividend's very low. The dividend's like 16 cents a year. 1-year target estimate $7.29 or $7.30. This says Fed will be comfortable in 2 to 3% inflation range. Wouldn't that be nice if we get back to that? Those were the days, weren't they? Okay, let's see here. Here's some financial information. Here's what I want here, the last 3 quarters. And Yahoo's recently done an overhaul of their user interface on their site here. So the last 3 quarters we beat earnings, and we continue that today for a 4th quarter. So really phenomenal. I have to say I'm a really big fan of NVIDIA. As far as levered free cash flows, you see some very solid numbers there, very healthy numbers. So, all right, that's about all I have for you all when it comes to NVIDIA and the earnings beat. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And what we will do, we got some more comments to read, but what we'll do, we'll show tomorrow what the call options wins would have been. Denny Keaton's on and says howdy. And Sean is on here, 15 viewers. Yeah, we doubled. How about that? It's like doubling returns. It's like a 2x in viewership. Anyway, thank you all. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Join Discord. Spread the word. We want to keep growing the channel. And we will see you all soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. Have a great night.